Good morning, it's Dawn Zapp. Welcome to Swan Lake Spiritual. I'm so glad you could join me today for our weekly Oracle card reading. I've decided to go back to the Secret Language of Light, and I'm also going to pull from the Law of Attraction cards today to get our best framing thought to help us reframe our perspective as we head into the week. This week, the first week of January, it's been pretty intense for many people. If you're following along with the California fires, and of course everything else. The Prime Minister of Canada resigned. Things are just starting off 2025 a little bit uncertain, I think, and that's causing some fear, worry, and concern in people. And so these readings are designed to help you find the light, help you find the reason to keep going, help you find the inspiration, a little bit of hope. So the world is always going to have bad things in it, or sad things, or unfortunate things. It's the nature of life. It's the cycle of life. We have to build up our inner reserves and inner capacity to withstand the storms around us without letting it negatively impact us too much. We can't take on all that stress and worry from the rest of the world. It's not ours. Yeah, it's sad. Yeah, we can feel bad for those people, but what does that do for us ultimately? It doesn't fix the situation. So for the Law of Attraction cards, one of these cards will help us with what might help us feel better during all of these fires, all of these tragedies, and during the week ahead, actually, so that we can put our best foot forward. Remembering that we're still in winter, remembering that it's still a time of rest and hibernation, even though there's much work to do to clean up the ashes and the rubble. So what is it that the collective conscious needs to hear right now with regards to their thoughts, and which Law of Attraction card is going to be the best? I would have picked the one that jumped, but there was too many. So this one says, I can feel positive while thinking positive. The longer you stay focused upon what you do not want, the greater and more powerful that thought will become. But if you are sensitive to your emotions and you withdraw your attention to the unwanted very quickly, you will begin to feel better, and you will stop the attraction of the unwanted thing. So this is about awareness. This is about recognizing when the thoughts creep in that are unwanted, that are not in support of our highest and best good, that are not in gratitude, that are not in joy, that are not in appreciation. It's okay to feel negative, bad feelings, and we have to feel them to process them, but that's not what this card is saying. This card is saying don't dwell on the negative thoughts. Don't keep bringing back up that old wound, that old story, that old belief that you keep telling yourself that's hurting you. Don't keep re-hurting yourself, re-injuring yourself, or digging into that pain. When you let go of that negative thought, when you're done processing what that interaction, that event, that circumstance that happened to you, that experience, when you're done processing that experience, let it go. It's in the past now. And now you can focus on the positive. And we want to feel better. So we look for a thought that helps us feel better by intervening and becoming aware of when our thoughts are not feeling better. So we can practice gratitude. We can say, I'm so thankful for that experience. It taught me something that helped me become better today. Next, I want to do the Secret Language of Light. And I'm going to do the 4-card spread that we had been doing before, where we have... Actually, I'm going to do a different one. It's the Soul Vision spread. I had been doing the Soul Heal spread, where we had the predominant belief, the love, the fear, and the action. I'm going to do the Soul Vision spread. And this one's going to say the now, what happened in the past, what's happening in the future, and then the action to take. So it's slightly similar, and there's 4 cards, but they have a slightly different meaning. So this one's going to be a Soul Vision spread for the collective conscious, just to give us a good reading of where we're at overall collectively, and what it is that is going to be coming in this week, so that we are prepared to handle it, address it, manage it. So what are the 4 cards for us this week? We're going to go 1. First card is Light Beings. This is the present. We are light beings. I didn't realize my camera was so far away from you guys. I hope you can see these cards. The past. Nothing has gone wrong. So everything that's happened to you up until this point, sometimes it feels like we're being pulled out of alignment or out of the path that we were working towards, that we thought was right for us, but nothing's gone wrong. You're being redirected, recalibrated, just like the GPS map in your car or your phone, it will tell you another way to go. And that's what's happened to us. Nothing's gone wrong. We've just figured out that that's not what we want anymore, and we want something else. So what did I say? Oh gosh, I don't know. Card number 3 is soul love. Soul love. So this was the past, I believe. Past, present? No, that was the past. This is the present. What we need to do right now is give our soul some love. We need to connect up with our higher self, go within in our stillness and meditation space, and we need to refine and reignite and remember that we have a relationship with our soul, with these other spiritual beings, with our spirit guides, with our ancestors, and give our soul some love. And then the 4th and last card for the reading today, sensitivity. This is beautiful because I've got 2 roses right behind me. I don't know if you can see them on my bookshelf there. And there's a rose in the beautiful center of that card about sensitivity. Wow, that's a new one that we haven't had in our readings together, so that's really exciting. But I want to give you the meanings of the 4 spots of the cards, and then we'll go through and read the descriptions. So the first card we pulled is where you are today, and this was light being. So where you are today. What occurred in the past was nothing has gone wrong. The future and your expectations, soul love. So that's what the future, that's what you expect. That's what your soul wants you to do, and what you think you're going to do, and what you're on your journey and path to doing is giving your soul some love. And then the opportunity, the action to take, this is sensitivity. So this is tapping into your sensitive nature, your highly sensitive being, and using that for the best. Okay, so where are you today? Number 35. Where are we today? Number 35. This is for the collective conscious. Enlightened soul information. This image depicts a light being. The term light being is used to describe a range of ethereal forms, including guides and angels. They observe your life from a higher perspective, so they can see the most auspicious path for you to create your dreams and desires. Sometimes your light beings may seem to take you down a path fraught with difficulty. However, everything happens for a reason. Just as we know a baby will eventually walk, you will also find your footing and attain your dreams. Your light beings are not here to save you, for that would interfere with your ability to create unique paths and conclusions. They are the keepers of the faith that hold and stream your past, present, and future. Your dreams and your desires, they stream to your heart. Only you can decide what to do with that information. You can't get it wrong, for your light beings will just show you another way. And there's some inspired reflections and actions. So this is, again, where you are today. So if you want to reflect on what this means for you, acknowledge how your soul sees you. Modify your beliefs about yourself in accordance with the way your soul sees you. So your soul sees you as perfect, whole, exactly how you're supposed to be, and loves you and is proud of you. And it's hard for us. Sometimes we have a lot of negative self-talk, doubt, fear creeps in, other people's opinions and expectations of us cloud that connection, cloud that understanding, and cover the true love. And it makes it hard for us to feel, see, and recognize that. Clear your mind of yesterday's dirt to enable a clear connection to your light beings. Meditation is as necessary as a daily shower. 5 minutes a day will quiet your mind, calm your body, and allow an unshakable peace to move through you. So a lot of people find meditation difficult. That's because our brains are programmed and used to thinking a million thoughts a second. That's not a fact, so don't quote me on that one, but you get the point. Our brains don't stop. They just keep going, keep going, keep going. So if you try to meditate, you can't get your brain to shut off. It doesn't stop. There's just more thoughts coming. But if you practice every day, and if you do it a little bit each time, it becomes easier. Then eventually you'll be like me, and you can just shut your mind off at will, anywhere, any place, anytime. It doesn't matter who's beside you shouting their head off. It doesn't matter who's pulling at your clothes for your attention. You'll be able to get into your little bubble and be like, I am in my zone. I am so zen. But meditation is really the key to connecting with your light beings, to be able to strengthen the connection to your soul, your higher self, your spirit guides, and to be able to hear and see the signs clearly. Meditation allows you to break that and interrupt that automatic response, that automatic subconscious programming, so that we can buy ourselves a little bit of time to have a conscious response or reaction. Another action you can do is to ask for a sign or feeling that your light beings are all around you. I watched a video yesterday from another medium. I think he's in Australia, Sean Collins, and he was showing on his video an experiment of working with the spirits and the light beings and the lamp. And he said, okay, I'm going to work with your spirit and have you flicker the lights. And all of a sudden the lights started flickering. And then he asked them to go faster, and they went faster. So our light beings are all around us, but they can't show us in the physical way that we can see and experience this earth, because they're made of light, they're made of energy, and they're much lighter than our dense physical 3D earth. But you can pay attention, you can work with them, you can see the signs, and meditation is the way to get there, to build that strength and connection. So keep practicing. There's also some journal work with that one. So if you want to do a journal entry this week, you can draw or write about 3 ways you believe you have connected with your light beings. It might be a feeling, a sense, a knowing, or a physical sign. For example, feathers and butterflies are a reminder to feel and be light. Okay, next one is going to be what occurred in the past. And we got, nothing has gone wrong. Nothing has gone wrong. So sometimes we wonder, like, did I make a mistake? Should I have done that thing? Like, how did I get here? How did I get to this place where I'm, now contemplating selling my dream house? How did that all happen? Well, nothing's gone wrong, right? I got here for a reason. An obstacle launches new loving requests. In the last few days, a change came out of the blue. It may have felt like your body and mind moved through a crack in reality as your life altered course so suddenly. Deep within you have been craving change, and this situation brings new and different experiences to your life. You may be feeling a little lightheaded and dazzled by the brilliance of this expanded vision you have, but you are doing so well. It is now time to catch your breath and settle into your new outlook. This is an opportunity to look at your thoughts, ideas, and reactions to your potential success. As you become aware and implement change, you can rise above the limits people or situations have placed on you. This card depicts the trigram of the I Ching, the Book of Changes, with a yin-yang symbol. This is a reminder that everything changes, that nothing can exist on our physical plane without its opposite, and neither is superior to the other. You can't stop anything that has manifested, but it can serve as inspiration to create new paths aligned with your soul truth. Oh, I love the way that card came up for us. That is so beautiful. So again, if you want to do some inspired reflections and actions, this was again what is happening right now, what is occurring right now for most of us. We're exactly where we're meant to be. Nothing's wrong. The black swirl of the yin-yang symbol represents the receptive feminine force, and the white is the creative masculine force. A circle of the opposite force exists within both sections. Nothing can live on the physical plane without its opposite, and neither party is superior to the other. When you experience both sides, healing begins. If anything feels unbalanced, look for the counterpart in your life to bring balance. Another inspired action you can take is go out and look up at the stars at night. Imagine each star's divine light is made up of positive and negative electrical charges. Allow starlight to illuminate new pathways in your brain. And you can also check out the science of neuroplasticity, the brain's ability to recognize itself by forming new neural connections throughout life. I love how meditation, visualization, and spirituality all work together to change your brain's neuroplasticity, building new pathways, creating new positive frameworks to live from, and embodying more of your higher self, your kinder, loving, gentler self. And if you want to do some journal work, you can draw or write about 3 things you love about your life. Then draw or write about yourself, embracing them. What do you love about life? Do you love sunsets? Draw yourself embracing a sunset. Do you love going for walks with your dog? Draw yourself walking your doggy and draw some big loving hearts and embrace around you too. That's so wonderful. I love these cards for us today, and I love this reading, especially considering what's going on in the world. So the third card, which is our future and our expectations, soul love, number 33. The other numbers were 35, 7, 35 and 7. And now we're moving over to 33. If I can get a number here, 22, 27, 31, 33. Soul love. So this is our expectations, our future. You are clear, pure love. Nothing from your past will block your dreams. Your future will be nothing like what it has been before. You are the center of your universe, looking outward through your experiences. When you look out in balance, you are seeing through love and will experience many variations of love. Make love your purpose. Find it wherever you can. If you begin to introduce anything to your world that does not feel like love, shift your awareness, your energy, or your eyes until you return to love. Become so devoted to your purpose of love that no one will sway you from it. Unconditional love is not about tolerating or diminishing yourself to make another feel good. These are conditional actions that will make you feel less than or resentful. If you are trying to believe something that is not your truth, it will feel awful because you are not in agreement with your soul. Your job is to feel balanced in every moment. If you can't, go easy on yourself, as it is just a sign that you are yet to love something about yourself. And for you to do some inspired reflections and actions on soul love, strengthen your joy by softening your thoughts towards yourself and others. So I want to give an example. Recently, a friend of mine has become more psychic and started to have premonitions and experiences. The information that she's received hasn't been the most pleasant. And similarly, when I started out, I was getting called and drawn to deceased people who had maybe been murdered and who might have wanted my assistance in solving the crime. But that's not something that, first of all, that I'm interested in. Second of all, I'm very sensitive and squeamish, and I have a loving heart. And so anything to do with violence or blood or it's not something that is for me. And so I had to be very clear with my spirit guides and tell them not to bring me that information. Do not connect with souls that have departed the world in that way, because that's not how I want to do this work. That's not how I want to show up. So I had a friend that's had these premonitions, and similarly, the next day or two, she'll find out very factual information and disturbing information about some people that she has met, that she has supported, that she has been involved in. So it's quite disturbing for her to come to that recognition. But, oh gosh, there was a line in here that made me bring that up. If you can't, go easy on yourself. And so she's now processing, what does all of that mean for her? She's processing and maybe even judging herself for not seeing the red flags, for not knowing what she knows now, feeling like she should have known, she should have seen it. And that is not healthy for anybody. If we should ourselves, or if we guilt ourselves, shame ourselves, we're not loving ourselves. We're not in that vibration and that frequency of love and joy and acceptance. That was a mistake. We didn't know better. How could we have known better? We didn't have the tool, the knowledge, the information that we do today. We are a different person 20 years today than we were then. And so 20 years ago, you couldn't have known or seen the red flags, or even 2 years ago or a month ago, right? Like each day we are growing and becoming better, stronger, wiser versions of ourselves. And so that negative self-talk about beating yourself up for what happened in the past does not come from a place of love, and it does not inspire or encourage the frequency of love. So what you have to do is you have to catch it. You have to be aware of when you're beating yourself up, when you're talking negatively to yourself, when you're guilting and shaming yourself, and you have to say, you just change the way that you view yourself. You view yourself from your soul's perspective. Like, I understand why I made that decision. I understand why I didn't know better. I understand why I didn't make that mistake. And I am okay with that. I have compassion because look where I am now. Look who I am now. Look at who it's making me become. So there's always a silver lining, or as this one had said, nothing has gone wrong. You're in exactly the right spot. There's always a reason or a silver lining. But in the moment, it can be very traumatic, and it can be very overwhelming, and we might not be able to find that. But when we have time to slow down and get back into stillness, then we can see the truth, and we can see that we are pure love, and we are light beings having a human experience and learning. Everything's about learning and growth. Journal work. Oh, did we do all the reflections? Actually, here's some more inspired reflections. Strengthen your joy by softening your thoughts towards yourself and others. Sit in front of a mirror, look into your eyes, or if this is confusing or confronting, close your eyes and say, I love you. Take note of how you feel. You are learning to love yourself more. Or, so you can recognize when another loves you. If you don't love yourself, you won't truly believe it when someone else does. Also, the thing about that action that's really helpful is when you start to practice affirmations like that, looking in the mirror and saying, I love you, I love you, I love you just as you are. If it's not true, your soul, the universe, will bring the circumstances, people, events to your life for you to have the awareness of where it's not true, where you don't actually love and accept yourself. And that might feel uncomfortable for a bit, but its purpose is to help you actually accept and have compassion and love all the parts of you. So it can feel a little bit rocky at first when you're saying it. You might not believe it, and then you might be shown places where it's not true. Your job is to be aware and make the changes. Find out how you can love and accept yourself more. That's beautiful. You can also spend some time alone forming a loving relationship with yourself. So this can be meditation, or it can be a number of self-pleasing ways, whatever you like to do, whether that's massaging your body, rubbing lotion into your body, going for a walk, pampering yourself with a face mask or a foot mask. You know, there's different ways to love ourselves and pamper ourselves and have this relationship. Even feeding yourself daily, like that's something that I'm working on, is making sure that I'm eating more than once a day and more nutritious food. I'm trying to feed myself regularly so my body gets the nourishment and food it needs. If you want to do some journal work on soul love, you can draw or write about 3 ways you feel love when you think about or are around others that love you. So when you're with people that you know love you, how do you feel? And what do you think about when they're expressing their love to you? How does it make you feel, and what thoughts come to mind? And draw those, write about them. The more that we put the pen to paper, the more that we take the time to reflect, the more that we're embodying more of that higher version of ourselves. The more that we're doing the things we want to become, and we become habit and practice and automatic, intuitive, instinctual. And then think about those feelings often. So that's wonderful for our 3rd card. And I can't wait to get to card number 4, sensitivity. Number 15. And this one is the action to take, the opportunity. Oh my gosh, I love this so much. Heightened intuition and compassion. You are becoming more sensitive to the energy and vibrations that precede all physical creation. We can all sense these energies, but our rational minds often override our feelings. Sense beyond what you see with your eyes and hear in your mind. Trust your heart will bring together the most up-to-date information through your senses. When we are open to sensing and feeling love, it also means we are open to sensing and feeling fear. This clarifies the importance of actively choosing where you place your gaze and focus your energy. Actively choosing where you focus your thoughts, right? Don't let old stories determine what you will think and feel. There is no hiding behind words. Feeling sorry for another or situation doesn't help them or you. It takes you to a place where you can't hear any solutions and feeds back what they already know. You came here to create reality, not to accept it. You attract what you are, not what you think or say you are, but what you feel. Celebrate your sensitivity. Without it, you may not realize you have a choice. What do you want to bring into your life? So this one we will also get to do the meditation for. So I'm going to get ready for the meditation, and then we'll do the inspired reflections and actions. So if you want to just take a moment to take a breath, get in a comfortable spot, sitting or laying down. And you can either place a hand on the card, or you can put your hand on your heart and allow this beautiful representation of your flower of life to interpret all the vibes around you. Close your eyes and slow your breathing. Imagine your breath carries your inner glow within and around your body. Notice how this feels. Is it cold? Warm? Is it tingly? Now, with your palms facing your body, scan your body with your hands, starting at your head and working your way down. Allow thoughts to float by in your mind and be open to sensing vibrations. Notice any change in energy, any pushing, pulling, twitching, tingling, ripples, or sensations. Are they trying to tell you something? Spend at least 1 minute scanning your body. Gently place your hands over parts of your body from your head to your feet, sensing for those vibrations. Notice what you notice. When you feel ready, imagine your inner glow surrounding you with golden light of truth. This golden light of truth will always support and love you. Breathe your newfound knowledge into your life. Then, when you feel ready, open your eyes and feel how good it is to be you. When you become comfortable with this meditation, try turning your hands around to sense the energy around you. So what this looks like when you're in meditation is your eyes are closed, you're in a still spot, and you just go like this with your hands and you scan your body. And you might feel some vibrations, you might notice some sensations. You might might go up here if you feel something or feel called to. You may come over here. And you just kind of scan. Maybe you have a sore spot. Maybe you have somewhere that's tight, heavy, constricted. You feel the different sensations as you go through your body. Are some areas lighter than others? Are some more dense? It's such a wonderful, wonderful practice to do a body scan in that way. And then another time, as it said, you can do that meditation again, and then you can turn your hands outwards and you can feel the energy around you. Like, where are the different vibrations coming from? Is it more warm, light, expanded over here? Is it more dense, cold, heavy over here, right? Like, what does the different energy feel like around you? And then so for some inspired reflections and actions on this one, imagine you are surrounded by a loving, colorful light of your choosing. Allow this light to embrace and lift you to a space of love far away from fear. Your light will be with you for as long as you need it. You can also check in with your gut and ask whether the energies you are taking on are helping or hindering. Then place your hands on your heart and ask yourself, what energies am I sending out? Is my heart singing or shrinking? So when you're sending energy out to others, that glow in here and that glow around you, right? What is that heart center doing? Is it expanding or is it shrinking, right? What energy, body, mind, soul, balance within your field are you sending out into the world? What are those vibrations? What are those sensations? What is that? Are you coming from a place of love, neutrality, and balance? Or are you coming from a place of fear and overwhelm and worry, right? Like, even though we have concern for others, if we're not balanced and stable, our concern can transpire as anxiety and fear, and it can actually send the opposite message that we actually want. We might be wanting and intending to help and heal others, but because of our own fear, it's coming across as not helpful, and they don't receive it that way. Some more inspired actions and reflections. So check in. Oh, we did that one. What have your difficult experiences inspired you to create? How can you help yourself and others move forward in an empowered way? Write down as many things as you can think of. And for your journal work, write down 3 beliefs that help you create your dreams and 3 beliefs that hinder your dreams. Focus on the ones that make your heart sing. So with that, I just want to say thank you for joining me today. I hope you have a wonderful week ahead. Remember to hit the like and subscribe button so you can get my videos every week. Namaste.